run it. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it an FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities will never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah. I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah. I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground.
What is up, everybody? Welcome in, family. How y'all doing? On this one right here, the one you on right now, the one you out there living, this here, Trill Tuesday. Yes. How's everybody doing? I hope all is well with everybody. I hope everybody doing good, living good. If I haven't saw y'all since last Friday, I just want to say again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who may not have heard those words pass through my lips. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, young mothers, old mothers, grandma, big mamas, everybody in between, cousins, this mamas, everybody. I hope y'all had a beautiful, wonderful, loving, fun-filled, carefree day. Hope you got pampered. Hope your children love you enough to, I don't know, they might even took you to Sonic or something. So with that being said, welcome to this week's Trill Tuesday. Man, folk coming up in here already. Let's see here. Who we got off in here? Let me get to speaking to folks, because y'all coming on in here. First off, Moja first, Kwanzaa first, Psalm 146, Home and Garden. How you doing, my sister? Welcome in. How you doing? Liz B. Journey. Man, that girl got grocery for days. I don't know if y'all caught Liz B. Journey doggone food haul the other day. My word. My goodness. There's a lot of food off in now. Some nice little victuals too, boy. Yeah, yes she did. Who else we got? Shanna. What's up, Shanna? What's going on, family? How you doing? My West Coast people sliding off in here. Shanna and Jason. Jason ain't here yet, but he's somewhere around here. Who else we got? Miss Grace Gines, how you doing? Welcome in. You better get on in here and enjoy yourself. Who else we got? I almost said Auntie Lulabelle, but I guess official J Mia. Official J Mia. Ain't nobody sitting up by Auntie nobody. Y'all gotta go over to Towards Brain. See what all that's about. Yes. And not to take my little bro, yes. Now, motivation from the weightlifting geek is yes. My yes. It's a little different. It hit a little different. But it's yes nonetheless. What? Who the swoop like me? How you gonna grace us with your prep? First off, let me hold on. Ever since I can remember, let me pop my collar. Swoop like me done came up. What? Look at God. Appreciate that, fam. Thank you for being in here. My Renaissance grandma, mama said she gonna be back after Bible study. Let the church say amen. By the way, I washed before this live. I went on, got in the shower, washed myself. Look here, man. Father's Day, we just celebrated Mother's Day. Father's Day coming up. I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all haven't, if you're still looking for gifts or something, or you want to do something a little different, you don't want to get something from the regular run of the mill big box stores, get with my Renaissance grandma and get your husband or your boy or your beau or your boyfriend or whoever they is in your life, get them some of that Sir. Out of all the soap she got that we've been privy to as a man, that Sir, it hit. It just hit different. It smelled real good. I feel, I don't know, you ever wash as a man and then you feel attractive afterwards? Like I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel not only real clean, I just smell so good. I feel attractive. I feel fine. Like I'm fine when I wash. Y'all get some of that from mama. Go over there to her Etsy store and get you some of that Sir from my Renaissance grandma. She got a whole bunch of other ones too that, anybody could wash with them. But as a man, I like that. It's manly. Got a good, nice, clean, manly scent to it. Let's see who. My brother, Vision Preparedness. We had a great conversation yesterday. My brother is in here. You already know. I'm gonna be dropping that link for long because tonight, family, we're gonna be getting into some East Texas history, and we also gonna be asking the question: what would you do? What would you do? What would you do? And last night conversation started going that way a little bit, but I was like, huh? We ain't gonna go too deep because I knew I was gonna get into this for Trill Tuesday. So tonight we're gonna pick up that part of the conversation from last night's live that we ain't really get into too deep. But my brother Vision, welcome in, family. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna get to him in a minute when I get to my announcements. Motivation from the weightlifting geek. What is up, little bro? How you doing? How you doing? Matter of fact, motivation and myself, as well as the lovely wife. Tomorrow we're gonna be going over some one of our lives we did, collaboration we did. We're gonna be talking about some of the new features on this here platform, as well as what's that other thing folk be using? StreamYard. I'm using it right now, StreamYard. So be sure to catch that tomorrow night. Let's see who else. Miss Deborah Garrett, how you doing? How you doing? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Unicorn Lady Tech. Who else? Indiana Jackson 762. My brother, how is you? How's everything going? I hope all is well. Let's see here. Okay. Everybody speaking to one another. Also, check this out, family. Now, check this out. Y'all know how we get down on Tuesdays. Y'all already know what it is, how we do, how we move. Before we get too deep into this conversation, no pressure from me, baby. But if you do want to share this live out, I ain't pressuring you. I ain't giving you no pressure, man. I'm just saying I'm not going to hold it up against you. I ain't gonna hold it against you if you want to share this live out, family. No. Matter of fact, I'd appreciate it. And when you get back from sharing this live out, make sure you drop hashtag BCIAC into the chat so that everybody can link up with you if they haven't made your acquaintance already. Miss Tamika Davis, how you doing? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. That's what you better do. Lady Porch TV, how you doing, family? Welcome in. It's nice to meet you. Shannon, it's all good, baby. I appreciate you working and lurking, taking the time, multitasking, and doing all this other stuff, and still spending some time with little old African Dream. So we appreciate you. My brother, Resilient Dad, what's going on, fam? How you doing? Uh-oh. My bad, y'all. I got this thing over here going. I'm trying to multitask him so I can see what's going on. A Resilient Dad, my brother, how you doing? Welcome in from the Bay. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you for being. And wow, damn, already. I see it. My goodness. I got to get to it already. I ain't even got started good getting blessings. J3GS Farm, my brother J3, how you doing, fam? How you doing? I hope all is well with you and the family, sir. Uh, hey, Sassy. The experience with Sassy, ladies and gentlemen. The doctor herself is in here. And there it is, my goodness, a resilient dad, my brother. Let me tell you what, let me put that up on the screen. Thank you, thank you, thank you from me and from April. Thank you, my sir. I got to get a resilient dad right real quick fast because this man in here, uh, doggone, showing out and showing love. And I got to do this first before I even get him right because it's Tuesday, baby. And I knew somebody was going to set it off. And man, here we go again, boy. Mm.
Here we go
Come on.
again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, a resilient dad. We appreciate the love. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Now let me go on and get you right, young man. Let me get you right. Where you at? Where the one I want? This is my favoritist. I got to hit two of them. I got to cut that rug first. Come on, George. Come on, George. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna cut that rug first and then Fred finish it off. Come on, Fred. That is. A resilient dad, my brother. We appreciate you. We thank you for all you do, for all the love and support to the channel, for your insight and perspective, and even joining in on the conversations when you can. And that go for everybody. Odom's Homestead family over there making ice cream. If y'all want to see some homemade ice cream, uh, get on over there. Get down there to Tennessee and see how them country folk, if you will, or if you won't, how they make that homemade ice cream, family. Yes. Uncle, hold on a minute, man. Hold on a minute. You mean to tell me Uncle G done came out the bushes in real life? In the year of our Lord, 2023. Oh, Uncle G done slid up out the bushes? Man, what? Audacity dawning, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, it sure look good to see y'all up in here. Miss Reaper, how you doing? Jace, there go my brother. What's up, Jason? How you doing, family? How you doing? How you doing? I'm telling you, that's the dream team right there. Jason and Shanna always coming through showing love. We appreciate you. S. Siegler, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you in here. It sure live. Let's see who else we got. Okay. I done messed around and caught up. Look at that. So, tonight, it's gonna be an interesting conversation. It's gonna be an interesting conversation. Is so a lot of people may not be familiar with well, first off, let me start here. I gotta say this. Y'all ain't gonna believe this, man, but Texas is actually a really big state. I know a lot of people don't know that. You might have never heard of such thing. Texas is an amazingly big state, and some folk ain't heard of East Texas. Well, guess what? Lucky for y'all, your boy just happened to be from the great state of Texas, and I happen to be from East Texas as well. So tonight we're gonna get to a little bit of East Texas history as well as some other history, but this ain't just this ain't no documentary. I'm posing a question with it, and like I said, I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit for anybody who wanna because I'm accepting all perspectives, all views, all points of view, all everything. Hey, what's up, outspoken Libra Crystal? How you doing? And Unicorn Lady Tech was in here. Yeah, I want to see what everybody think, what everybody points of view is, what you would do, what you wouldn't do, because luckily for us, we've been blessed enough to be a part of and feel welcomed in so many of y'all communities. The gardening community is our home, the homesteading community, the prepping community. And I hear a lot of conversations, and it makes me wonder, Even myself, what I would do, my wife and myself being over here in East Africa, it's a lot going on the continent right now. In fact, there's some things that are, I feel like it warrants recognition from myself, because it's a what would you do? Would you bug in or would you bug out type question? Because when life get real, y'all, we tend to have a plan. Sometimes we have multiple plans. I think the only thing, one truism in life I agree with, I think a failure to plan is a plan to fail. But that's just me. That don't mean all of them gonna work out. That don't mean it's always gonna work out in your favor. But yeah, we're gonna get to that later in the week. Who says a resilient dad said bug in or bug out is an interesting perspective. Looking forward to it. Well, thank you, brother. Thank you. I hope like all lives we do, I hope everybody leaves with something, with some form of either knowledge or, if nothing else, just contemplation. Just contemplating. Just if you leave thinking, then hey, mission accomplished. As well as enjoying yourself in the process, because we family here. I made sure to do just that, big bro. Okay, you talking to vision preparedness. So let me go ahead and get into this. If I missed anybody, my apologies, family. I do apologize if I missed you. I hope I got everybody. But one more time before I get too into this, I want to ask y'all again, if you haven't already, share this live out. When you get back in here, make sure you drop hashtag BCIAC, which stands for, my baby ain't in here with me. You know, usually I look over and be, babe, what that stand for? It stands for being country in another country. And that's one of our slogans, one of our mottos, one of our hashtags, because that's what we are. I mean, you can take me out the country, but I don't know. I done got too old now. I don't think you're gonna get the country out of me all the way, or at all for that matter. So, with that being said, let me get to these announcements so we can get into the conversation, family. So, I'm gonna start with what's coming up closest, and then we're gonna work our way on out through the summer. So, if you don't know, he's also in the chat. My brother, Vision Preparedness, has Bug Out Weekend, June 2nd through the 4th, right? So Bug Out Weekend is gonna be I think it's an amazing event that he took his time, his effort, his resources to put together to try and help other people learn life-saving skills and techniques. It's also an opportunity to practice your preps. If you got stuff that's just been sitting in a box, if you got stuff that you ordered off the Zon, or you went to Wally World or wherever, you saw something on sale and you was like, oh, that's a nice looking tent, let me grab it. And it's been in the back of the garage for 6 years. This is the opportunity, especially if you in the Ohio area, especially if it's super easy. But even if you're a little bit further away, you should still try and make it if at all possible, because some things that everybody know about a lose-lose. We all been in those situations, just a lose-lose. But sometimes you got a win-win. I think this is a win-win if you can get yourself over there, spend some time with my man June 2nd through the 4th. Go to his YouTube channel, or you can go directly to his website. You can go straight to the website. He's in the chat. He gonna be dropping his link. He is to it. There you go. He just dropped it already. There it is. There it is. Hit that link. Contact this brother. Get all the information you can about the event, what you can still do as far as being a part of it. Sign up for it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So that's the first one. The second one is a resilient dad. Young man, got them good strong knees, good strong back, out there running, and he doing it for a great cause. So a resilient dad is going to be in a marathon on, I believe, the 22nd. Yeah, July 22nd. It's a 5K. They are running for dementia. Look here, man. Look here. If you out in the bay or something and you happen to see a whole bunch of folk running in little bitty shorts, maybe tank tops, You know what I'm saying? Them little shorts like in the early 80s, like, you know what I'm saying, that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson and all them used to wear them little shorts, and they out there running, road blocked off. That's probably Brazilian dad. If you out there in the Bay, man, check my brother out. Go out there, support. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. And that's July 22nd. So if you in Cali, you got time. You got time, family. Let's see. Who else we got? Oh, June 16th. Oh, I skipped one. This is actually before. This is before folks get out there running in little shorts. June 16th, my sister Erica from My Fly Family, my brother Billy, My Fly Family. Oh, you should check out they last most recent live unless they did one since then. When you getting these pew pews, who you getting them for? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Look, I ain't gonna go too deep into detail. Check out Erica My Fly Family. Check out Billy My Fly Family. Great conversation. I think it's worth the watch. Matter of fact, I know it's worth the watch. But that ain't the only thing I got to say about that. So a regular gun guy is having a regular meetup June 16th. June 16th this year in down there in Georgia. I almost said Mechanicsville, but I know it ain't Mechanicsville, and I know it ain't Macon. It started with an M. I'm getting old. Don't judge me. Y'all keep living, and one of these days, y'all gonna mix up your cities and states and towns too. But so those are my three things. Those are my announcements I had to get out. A resilient dad said dementia and MS. So that's a twofer. Those are two great causes that I would encourage anybody to support a marathon like that. Plus, just folk out running. Thomasville. I knew. Thank you, Shanna. That clutch right there. She always come through. And why I say it start with an M, I don't know. Like I said, y'all keep living and y'all will get old one of these days too. And you gonna mix up towns and or cities or whatever. Yeah. So thank you, Sister Shanna, Thomasville, Georgia. And you never know who gonna be there. You might even meet some folks who in the chat who might be at that thing. You know what I'm saying? My man, Big Dre, 357. I ain't seen him in a minute, but it's so hard trying to keep up with everybody, and people been falling out. Oh, speaking of Big Dre 357, y'all, this is something I have to do. Y'all hear me say this for people who've been rocking with us for a while. You hear me say this every couple of months. I said it yesterday. I'm saying it again because it's on my mind because I got to go link back up, catch up with my man, Big Dre 357. So look here. I cannot believe that this is the case, but I will say at the meetup. Okay. All right. That is what's up, man. I'm telling y'all might want to get there. Y'all might want to get there and check this out, man. It's going to be a great event. I wish we could be there. You never know. We might end up, you just never know. You never know. I wish, but you never know. So I ain't going to get too far into that. But it's gonna be prizes, it's gonna be giveaways, it's gonna be classes. Twister himself is gonna be there. Yeah, the rapper Twister. Do you wanna ride? Yeah, that Twister is gonna be there. So hashtag yeah. Anyway, y'all make sure, even if you in this live right now, even if you got this notification, or if you just know what time we come on Tuesdays and you happen by, y'all please make sure that you actually still subscribe to not only us African Dreaming, which we would appreciate. Make sure you still connected to each other, because yesterday I made the discovery that not only was our channel no longer subscribed to Vision Preparedness, still getting notifications, still connected with him, still doing all of this stuff, but we were no longer subscribers. No longer subscribers to Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, and about 5 or 6 other people. And after that, I had to get into something else, so I didn't have time to just go through and see all the people who we've been unsubscribed to. But that's something. I mean, it comes with the territory. We just gotta do that from time to time. So I'd be grateful April will be grateful if y'all make sure that y'all still are connected to us as well as with one another. Yeah, that's right, Shannon. That is a weapon from his own company. Big Dre out there building things, and he growing fast. He doing amazing stuff, especially within the 2A community. And it's yeah, motivation it is. I mean, ain't nothing. I've been going through this since we've been on here. So all we can do is keep fighting a good fight. Make sure we do everything in our power to stay connected with one another and keep on pushing. Yeah, that's all we can do, baby. So to get into this conversation a little bit about what we're going to talk about tonight. So Slocum, Texas is a small town in East Texas, where I happen to be from. A lot of people don't know the history of a lot of events because that's what happened. People leave this realm, this world, and then they go on to the next. And oftentimes stories get left behind, messages get left behind, intents, and so on and so forth. But a lot of oral history has always been a big part of where I'm from. Even folks who couldn't read and write, boy, but they could sit down and tell you mama, dad, brother, sister, cousin, all this stuff here with vivid detail about vivid stories. I'm going to talk about Slocum, Texas tonight. For one, it was something I was interested in speaking about, but it ties into a conversation we had last night. Hey, Fiona's Life, how you doing, sister? Welcome in. Habari dada, karibu sana. Um, Last night's conversation, we actually talked about immigration laws, how it's impacting Texas, California, Florida, the whole world in its entirety, but especially in the States. Hey, Wellness with Frugal Mama, how you doing? Welcome in. You and Fiona better get on in here and enjoy yourself. That's what y'all better do. Yeah, get on in here. So I got a few clips I'm gonna play for y'all tonight, but I would like to start with a brief bit of um, little bit of dialogue, man, between y'all and myself, and then I bring people up and we can really converse and share ideas and thoughts and opinions. So for now, I guess I'll just monologue. So this is a little bitty town in East Texas. A stone's throw, a stone's throw away from your boy right here was actually born and raised. When I was a little boy, I used to hear stories from my older cousins. When I say my cousins, I'm talking about my mama and them, my big mama and granddaddy, brothers and sisters and they cousins and all of this stuff. Now, my grandmother was born in 1911 in rural East Texas. And she was one of the youngest of what was a whole heap of people, about 12 as a matter of fact. One of the youngest. Some of her brothers and sisters, because she was the youngest, was actually born just a little bit after that thing we call Reconstruction actually ended. We talking about give or take a decade and some change. So just wrap your mind around this. Put your mind around it. I'm going somewhere with it. I know it seemed crazy, but y'all trust and believe. I'm going somewhere with it. So as I think and I sit with my wife and we share thoughts and ideas about um, things that are happening in the world, it's like, okay, well, if this happened over here, what do we do as far as trying to capture as much as we've built over here and get it back to the States? Or if we in the States, what if this happens and that happens? And basically what I'm getting at is, what about if you have to relocate? Or what if that's the best thing for you to do? Or what if staying put is the best thing for you to do? What if you need to bug in and hunker down real, real hard? Or what if you need to bug out because you ain't got no choice? I think as we contemplate this question, it may seem easier and more feasible to have a really firm perspective on one side or maybe on the other. It all depends on what you're working with. But I can't help but think about those who maybe didn't have that same level of leeway, of like they gap of do or not do, bug out or not bug out, wasn't quite as extensive as we may have in luxury today. So as I sift through history, especially where I'm from and what I learned over the course of my life and the history I was taught by my elders, and I want to pose a question to y'all tonight. What's best is one. And the second, it's a two-parter now. It's a two-parter. What's best? And also, what would you do? What would you do? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get into this conversation. I got a great video. Well, a great video. I looked over and my man Motivation said this is such a great topic, but yeah, my mind got all discombobulated. I was gonna say I have a video, not a great video. That's for y'all to determine, not for me to determine. And let me allude to this before anybody perceives anything the wrong way. Parts of it, I guess you could say, are racial. But here in 2023, in this world we live in, so many things have changed for the better, and so many things have stayed the same. This is not 1910. This is 2023. But when I say we need to find our families, build our communities now, I say that for a reason. I say that for a reason, and I say that with great conviction as well. It's not just something that I just kind of pull out my, you know what, and because it sounds good. No, I mean that with all my heart. I got some more stuff I'm gonna say on the other side of this, but for all the people who, hey, what's up, Orca337? How you doing, family? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and run this video. Anybody who can see the screen, I would encourage you to do so. If you can't, just keep listening. Maybe you can catch it later. No big deal. And I got some stuff I'm gonna play later. But before that, I would like to introduce all the people across the world, here in Africa, everybody who in the chat, in the bushes, anybody who listening. I would like to introduce y'all to some history from the great state of Texas, more specifically East Texas. I also put a small clip in front of this before it actually goes into the interview that I'm going to play, the history that I'm going to play. And in addition to the graphics, to the visuals, hey, Tamikia Wells, how you doing, sister? Welcome in, welcome in. Well, with Frugal Mama, that's right, family. Texas, yeah, yeah. Oh, Frugal Mama up there in Northeast Texas, yes. Tamika Wells said, I be trying so hard to stay in them bushes. Well, we thank you for being here, sister, in the bushes or out the bushes, but I sure love seeing you and having you in the chat. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to quit busting my chops. I'm going to finish up some of my thoughts on the other side. I'm going to drop this link. But again, the first part, before the actual interview or the news segment plays, for all my preppers out there, for all my 2A people, for all my homesteading people. Because if you got a homestead, baby, you got something to protect. And I don't want y'all to just focus on the racial element of this. I want you to focus on the could be potentially anybody side of this. So keep your minds open, keep your heart open, and y'all just check this out. And I'm gonna see y'all on the other side.
All right. Thanks, Brad. More than 111 years ago to this day marks one of the worst days in East Texas history. The black community in Slocum was gunned down and murdered. Many who survived fled to nearby towns, leaving behind their homes and their livelihoods. CBS 19's J.J. Maldonado spoke with a descendant of one of the survivors and an author who's written extensively about the history in tonight's special report, The Slocum Massacre.
July 29th, 1910 was a day of bloodshed in Slocum, Texas.
In mobs ranging from dozens to hundreds went around killing African Americans on sight.
Newspapers from around the state and country documenting one of the worst days in East Texas history.
Starting on the 29th and going into the 30th and then residually into the 31st, mobs of white folks who cut the phone lines in the area. There were phones. They cut the phone lines so that the blacks that lived there couldn't call out for help.
E.R. Bills is the author of the book, The 1910 Slocum Massacre, enacted genocide in East Texas. He's researched several massacres in the state and country as a journalist.
It was sort of shocking. I didn't know anything like that had ever happened in Texas. And just the fact also that it apparently had been covered up was sort of a shock to me.
The Slocum Massacre is believed to have been the result of hatred against the black citizens who were doing well in the community at the time. Bill says also an awful rumor had been circulating that the black community was going to rise and kill their white neighbors.
But it scared the white people enough that they took their kids and their wives and put them in churches and left white men outside to defend, reportedly, and then they went on a killing spree.
The official death count is listed as 8, although it's believed 200 to 300 black East Texans were killed in those 3 days. One of the victims was Alex Hawley. Constance Hawley Joaid is a descendant of the Hawley family. Her great-great-great-grandfather was Jack Hawley, a survivor of the massacre.
Jack Hawley, who was the primary landowner and the owner of the only general store and many other businesses in Slocum at that time, and who was the primary target during the massacre. I am his great-great-great-granddaughter.
In the early 1900s, Jack Hawley was a successful businessman, which is not easy for someone enslaved until they were 19.
He started using his skills and his talents to make money for himself instead of the European, structure of chattel slavery. And so he did that just a bit too well. He owned a general store, a granary, a dairy.
Hawley survived the genocide, but was forced to flee his Slocum home and move to Palestine. He lost a son in the massacre and many, many relatives.
having to lose a child, and having a child shot and wounded like that, I can't imagine what that feels like. I have 2 children and I don't want to think about that. But it is something that many African parents, African American parents, Black parents are dealing with today, with their children being killed when they're not even armed, shot in the back or shot with no, not even being aggressive, innocently.
Today, Holly Jawai is focused on keeping the history of the massacre memorialized. She was instrumental in getting a historical marker commemorating the deaths of her family members and so many others who were innocently shot and killed. The marker sits along a stretch of a long road in Slocum, and on every July 29th, Holly Jawai, along with many others, get together to remember the victims who died because of the color of their skin.
From the Slocum massacre, I would like everyone to know the importance of remembering, regardless of what others around you tell you to do. And if a people forget their history, they are destined to repeat it. And we don't want that. We don't want that.
We got you covered, East Texas. JJ Maldonado, CBS 19.
Constance Holly Jawai says she, along with Bills through their research, have been able to locate possible additional burial sites where it's believed many victims who were killed in the massacre are buried.
Family, I'm going to tell y'all something. This is just my opinion. In 2023, all of this is so much deeper than just race now. It might have been just race then. And yeah, some components of it still consist of such. But family, I'm going to tell y'all this. If they, whoever they are, come for one of us in broad daylight, surely they'll come for the rest of us in the dark of night. The hell I know, I'm just old country boy. But build your family. Build your community. My homesteaders, my 2A people, my gardening community folks. Folk don't like you raising your own animals right now. Folk don't like you growing your own food right now. Color be damned. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that for a minute. That's a piece of my history where I'm from. I told y'all I heard my grandma and her brothers and her sisters and my pawpaw brothers and sisters sitting around talking. As a young boy, I ain't understand everything. I ain't know everything, and they didn't always talk about it. But many of y'all who parents, y'all know kids are always listening. When people buy land, when people start these gardens, when people say, I'm going to give me a pew or 3 and I'm going to have some freedom seeds. Well, maybe somebody out there don't like you having what you got. Maybe somebody out there don't like you having what you got. And it might have looked like that back then. That was 1910. What might it look like now in 2023 or 2025 or 2027? The hell I know. I'm just old country boy over here living in Africa. Hey, Sister Maria's Kitchen, how you doing, man? I'm up here busting my chops, spooning with sunshine. How you doing? Now, I don't know if this the sunshine or if this the big spoon. But either one, both of y'all, welcome on in here. Y'all better get in here and enjoy yourself. You show better. You show better. Y'all get in here and enjoy yourself. I got some more stuff I'm going to get into later on. But before I do that, I'm going to do what I do best because my wife showed me, my baby done showed me how. If I can't do nothing else, fam, Check this out. Y'all see your boy playing video, doing all that stuff by his, look at God. Yeah. I can learn, honey. I can learn. She done showed me. I ain't even got to call tech department no more. Your boy been practicing. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Let me get over here and drop this link for all the people who might want to come up and share their opinions and their thoughts. And look here, hey, what's up, Bud Files? How y'all doing, family? Excuse me. Y'all better get in here and enjoy yourself. Let me do it again. I'm up here talking about how good I then got with. There we go. Miss Tracy Anderson, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? There go the link. The question is to bug out or to bug in? That is the question. Y'all like how my little y'all you see this you felt the Shakespeare with it? Let me do it again for the people in the back. To bug out or to bug in? That is the question. I like that. I felt very much a thespian right then. Yeah, felt real thespianish coming with y'all with my question, but I posed it in like the kind of Shakespeare type vibe to it. So look here. Anyway, before I even get into any other parts of that, I really want to know, and this is something people got to think about, man. Because I know everybody want to hold the fort down, myself included. I want to be at the crib. If you got 7 goats over here and 5 cows over there, and you know what I'm saying, 2-3 hectares worth of corn and beans, and might even have a little wheat grow. It take a whole lot of wheat. I don't know if y'all done never tried growing wheat, baby. You gonna grow some wheat, you need some land. You need a lot of land because it take a whole lot of it. But who wants to walk away from everything they done built and worked hard for and solidified? And you know where your creek at, you know where the closest river is, you know where your fresh water supply is that you can purify yourself. Don't nobody want to walk away from that. But family, that's the same thing that make other people want to take that shit away from you. Come on now. If it wasn't worth having, wouldn't nobody want it? You don't see people fighting over dump sites, do you? Maybe you do. I don't know. Tell me. Tell me what you want. I'm just playing, y'all. We already got somebody in the background. I think it might be my little bro. Man, what's good, fam?
What's going on, big bro?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm in these server room bushes on my lunch break.
Man, you stand fast in that server room, boy. You hang out in there, man.
You got to hide, bro. Got to hide.
And no wrong with it. So, what say you, sir? How you feel? What's going on?
I feel a couple ways.
Please.
I feel sad for humans in general that it gets to the point where these kind of actions have to be taken, whether you're wrong or right. Like the fact that you feel like it has to go that far to the point where so many are innocently killed within itself is crazy. And I don't know. There is a breakdown of communication that far exceeds the single divider of color.
Absolutely. I agree.
And ultimately, that's what this whole thing boils down to. When you are so afraid of the possibility of something without knowing what that something is, and it motivates you to stop others from living, that's crazy.
Yeah. I agree, bro. There are so many consequences to this thing we call the human experience, and so many consequences to our existence that I won't even. I could talk all night about that. A resilient dad, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Welcome in.
Much respect, everyone. What's going on, Mr. Motivation?
Big Bro 5K, what's good with you?
Life is well, man.
Yeah. What say
I'm
you,
doing the
sir?
5K and the 10K in the marathon too, by the way. Yeah.
Ooh, let them
Oh,
know
that's right.
something. Yeah,
That's right.
put the numbers out there.
Yeah. I feel that flex. Y'all hear that soft core flex he just threw out at us? He was like, yeah, I'm doing the 5 and the 10. No biggie, whatever.
Nah, man. I'm like, there's a thing on the internet about from the couch to a 5K, from the couch to a 10K, from the couch to a
Uh-huh.
marathon, right? So I'm one of those
Yes,
Yeah.
guys right now,
That's
I
what's up.
see.
But no, I totally agree. I think the human experience, THE, is something that is pretty prevalent, and we coined that as well. But the THC, not speaking about the herbs or any or the flowers. I'm actually talking about THC. The human
Mm-hmm.
connection is even like
Yeah.
stronger, and the human
Yeah.
connection, for me, it makes me realize not only I have to really know my neighbors first, right? And I feel like if we're
Right.
all in a community such as what I saw in that video, right, we should be able to protect each other. But as you've seen, it's like, okay, do you bug in or do you bug out in situations like that? And then where do you bug out to? Or do you bug in?
Mm-hmm.
In preparation,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
your bug in plan still gives you flexibility to bug out, right, to something that and all those things. But that was just a couple of thoughts that I had at a high level with that. It's interesting too, even though I'm still developing in life in my age or whatnot, right? The
Right.
older I get to find out, especially with the internet, how many things are actually has been done as far as these tragic events that shouldn't happen, but they're buried, right? They're like, I feel like the older I
Right.
get, I learn more and more as far as history that my parents already knew, but they weren't able to really educate because they've been through a lot, right? And then for me, having the
Right.
internet compared to them, I get to discover and uncover a lot of these things that are now becoming public and shared with the world, not just in the country, right?
Right. Right. No, that's
Very
real.
true.
That's real. I think we all I think that's what makes the the internet and the way we communicate here in this year 2023 and years prior so profound and so powerful because uh information is there's nothing like it. And you have information and you have disinformation and misinformation. But
Hmm.
uh, you have to rely upon your own intellect and observation of life in order to, uh, you know, discern between the two. I just, I just wish more people knew about some of these things because, much like in war, the spoils go to the victor, and the victor writes history. The parts of history that will be discussed and the parts of history that won't be discussed. And to while simultaneously acknowledging the contributions of Black Americans, Indigenous Black Americans, or what have you, however people identify, to not exclude that, but to add to that. I think in this day and age, the only way that humans survive societally is to know that whatever befalls one group has the potential to befall all groups.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's something that I was raised on, right? If you allow somebody to be bullied, you're allowing yourself to be bullied eventually, right? Or if you
Yes.
allow
exactly.
somebody to be mistreated or something in your presence, you're allowing that to happen eventually. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not even
Mm-hmm.
be 2 years
Mm-hmm.
from now, but you accepted that then, and that will be the seed that you plant that you'll accept later, right?
And
So you always have to function at that perspective. At least that's my way of life, so to speak. Yeah.
and I
I agree.
completely agree. And I'm gonna tell you, I think because of the things that happened that we mentioned earlier in this event, and even when you go back to the separation based on color many years ago, we have become so focused on the division based on color that there are so many other divisions that are taking place that aren't getting the same attention. But the division itself is going to be the problem moving forward, because we may be the same color, but there's a division because of what you drive or where you live. But it's the
Yeah.
same thing that creates the same potential for a problem, because now my neighbor can become my enemy, and my enemy across the way can become my neighbor. We got to learn to just get along. I know it sounds simple, but when we communicate and learn how to get along, then these kind of issues don't exist.
I agree. I believe firmly that if you can isolate me in whatever gaze I reflect out to the world, then you stand in position to control. Divide and conquer is a very old tactic. It's a very old and very successful technique once collective and societal psychology is understood. And when you look back through history, uh, you have diverse communities like the United States of America. You have homogenous communities, very small Nordic European
Mm-hmm.
countries that have the same issues at some point throughout their history. Let me speak to some folks real quick while I'm busting my chops. She is Sunshine. How you doing? Um, Alyssa's Adventures and Cruising. How you doing? Miss Tamika, you've been up in here. East Dad. Fellas, I got to acknowledge, and let me go back up here too and see if I can find it real quick. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate our members. Soon we will be having a what you call them joints, a giveaway, like a little prize thing for over in the members only. Not much, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little $25 joint, nothing major, but just to say thank you and see how well some of our members know African Dreaming. Let me get East Dad right real quick, fast here.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your membership. We appreciate that, my brother. But gentlemen, please continue. Continue.
Yeah, one
What?
thought I had
David
too,
Corey.
real
My
quick.
bad, my bad, bro. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
A
Mr.
resilient
Big.
dad.
Yeah, Big
David
Day.
Corey with Crop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
East
cropper,
Texas
cropper.
family. David don't know nothing about Slocum. He don't know nothing about Palestine, Texas. He don't know nothing about Kilgo, Texas, or Longview, Texas, or Tyler. None of that stuff.
When you
But
said
welcome in.
Palestine, I was thinking like another country.
Nah, nah. Nah, it's a small town called Palestine. Matter of fact, boy, I done spent some summers over there at Lake Palestine, cooling off in that water and even fishing when I was a little boy. But my
Okay, that's
bad, bro. Hey,
great.
Miss Janita, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Janita? Blue Lotus vibes. Uh, but anyway, go ahead. Oh, resilient dad, I cut you off, brother. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no worries, no worries. Much respect. The other part too was just even reflecting on that video, bug in or bug out.
Yeah.
Apart from the Tulsa,
Uh-oh. You still there?
Um,
Joe, you still there?
yeah, I'm here. I see his
and actually
avatar.
officiating the city and
Okay, I was
neighboring
making sure.
towns, right?
Okay, there he is. There
Yeah.
he is.
Can you hear me? Hello?
You cut
Yeah,
out for a
you
second.
faded out.
Oh, sorry
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, I didn't see any. I didn't see anything on that. I was saying it was before Tulsa was Durham, North Carolina, where a lot of my
Mm-hmm.
my great grandparents were from, and
Mm-hmm.
there wasn't a coup, right, when they were in Congress and they had um, a lot of officiating authority over the city and neighboring counties and things like that, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
was based on their success. But one of the things about that was how supported they were by not only people that didn't look like them, but other people and immigrants as well that all supported them, and they look
Right.
very similar to us, right? So it
Hmm.
shows you that this
Right.
is it shows you it's not about color, right? It's a different dynamic. And I just wanted to present that point because I still believe that history is repeating itself,
Yeah.
and it's in a way that technology is involved, but now we're all integrated. So you have people that will support you that don't look like you, might not even speak your same language, or might not be in your same area, and they'll
Hmm.
support you. So when you think about bugging in or bugging out, I think that first of all, the community is your number one asset compared to your preparation, right? And if you have that,
Yeah.
it'll allow you to do whatever you need to do to sustain.
I just want to say real quick, a resilient dad.
Go
Can
ahead.
you get out of my mind, big bro? Because like I'm literally, and it's crazy because I'm literally less than 2 hours from Durham, North Carolina, and
Wow.
almost every single point that you mentioned, I was going to say because the thespian way that this question was posed before the link was dropped, it's one of those things like we all have to make a decision and it varies based on the individual circumstances at that particular time that the decision has to be made. But I do know that if I do decide to bug out, I know where to go because
Mm-hmm.
this community, like you mentioned, big bro, is spanning so much geographically because of technology that if I'm in Florida, I know where to go. If I happen to
Mm-hmm.
find myself in Tanzania, dropped off by a helicopter somewhere for some reason, I know I can get me some eggs and I can have me a little goat leg situation. Um,
Yes, sir.
it,
Yes, sir.
and these are the kind of things that you never know when you might actually have to call on someone for aid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's real, bro. And I'm gonna say this. First, I don't know if I spoke. RJ Funches. I have to say, welcome in, family. Thank you for being here. And for anybody who can see the chat, you see what David Corey said to RJ. She said she got family in Mount Pleasant. Now I know most of the world don't know where little old Mount Pleasant, Texas is, but David Corey replied and said, "Well, you family then." Now
Yeah.
that attitude is something that's very prominent where I'm from. It could be a get together, a gathering, church. You, girl, you know such and such. Yeah, that's my cousin or my dad's nephew. Well, come get you a plate, baby. Come on, and stuff like that is what I'm starting to see less of, and it saddens me because that's not only how a specific community survives, that's how a collective community survives. So I'm sometimes I sit in awe and I wonder what could I do to do this or do that. Y'all know I don't believe I was put here by the Most High to fix everything. I just live every day trying to find out what I can make better. I
Well,
hope y'all agree that these conversations help make things a little better. But go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you good, big bro. I was literally just gonna say that this conversation within itself is something that makes things better because it's like I always say, you know, if you don't recognize that there's a problem, then how can the problem ever be fixed? So these
Exactly.
conversations create awareness that literally travels around the globe so that all of us, whether we're in Mount Pleasant, Durham, North Carolina, we over there in Cali, we over there in
Yeah,
Tanzania, Florida, there's a way that we can all contribute to make this thing better, even though we're not right beside each other.
absolutely. I agree, bro. I agree. Welcome in a whole new perspective. Welcome in Astatine
Hey, what's up,
85.
Christy? Hopefully, I see you at the
Yeah.
marathon. I know your husband is running. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's right, Chris. You know what? I might have to come over there and run about 3 blocks for y'all.
Hey, I got three. I got a map for you if you want to do that.
I,
I'm
I'm
Yeah,
only
running
nah,
gonna
with
put
yeah,
you on. I'm only gonna put you on like 200 elevation too, man.
nah,
I'm
nah.
running with
I
my
ain't,
fork from over here.
200 feet elevation.
I ain't gonna need it. I promise I won't need a map, son. I promise. In fact, I'll be that one that have like the last 2 or 3 cameramen mad. They be like, yeah, so our last runner came in at 43 hours and 9 minutes, uh,
Oh yeah.
on this
I
5K.
expect me to be the last person running in the race. My family gonna be waiting at the finish line, like, where is Brazilian dad? Because
I'm
these
gonna
Hey,
these
show up
guys
next
and
week.
these women don't play out here about this running stuff. They don't play.
hey, hey, bro. My family would have been in the left and went and got some In-N-Out burger, came back, posted up, found a new parking spot, all that. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Welcome in, brother. How you doing?
Mr. Vision, yes.
What's going on, big bro?
I'm busier than a one-armed paper hanger, yo. But
That's busy.
I had to make time to come up here with my family, so here I be. And I heard nothing other than the 5K. And if I was in a 5K, it would turn into a 48-hour 5K.
You and me both, sir.
Yes.
You and me both.
Because they would have to come find me, first of all. I'd be that brother sitting on the bus stop bench, just sitting there looking around. Like, it's about time y'all got here. What? You thought I was actually gonna run?
You get disqualified, you can't be there too long.
Well, I can walk. I can move.
Oh yeah.
Keep shuffling, baby.
I find me one of them little scooters and pop it along.
Oh yeah, you
they
definitely
got
get
them everywhere here in
disqualified.
California. You really could catch a quick little electric scooter.
Hey,
Listen, I'm calling the
jump
taxi.
on and jump
I'm
off.
gonna get there quick.
But this is a good topic, bruh. I caught the beginning and then I had to bounce to a meeting, but yeah.
I was going to ask when I was thinking about bug in and bug out, Mr. Vision. What are your thoughts on that? Especially being in the Ohio area. There's a lot of historical things that happen, right? Similar to the video. What would be your thoughts on that? And I didn't mean to take over African Dreaming, but I was just curious.
Bruh, this is a shared collective conversation. When you come here, you come home, just like Vision, just like motivation. It's all good. We all together. But go ahead, Vision.
So, like for example, everything that happened in East Palestine with the train derailment. You have no choice. Well, you have a choice, but based on your surroundings and how close you are to that disaster, I definitely would have sent my family away. And this ties right into what motivation talked about yesterday, preparation. Mm-hmm. You got to have an emergency plan. Okay. In that case, I personally probably would have stayed, depending on how close it was, but I would have sent my family away.
So why would you stay?
Because I'm going to assess the area more than what the media and what they're telling me. And then I'm going to make my decision based on that.
Right. But you send your family away. Why do you want to still be in quote unquote harm's way if that was that,
Well, it depends. First of all, I'm going to secure my house.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to do it in a rush, and I'm going to take out more things that need to be taken out of the house if I'm leaving.
Okay.
And there's a lot more. I mean, because of me,
that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm going to get out all of my preps, first of all. And then I'm going to take, more valuables that are in the house that need to go.
Yeah, such as heirlooms, things that without price, right?
Correct. But I'm going to make sure that the house is secure and is locked up before I'm gone. Because now you've got people that want to do malicious things.
Right.
And I'm gonna just be there to make sure that none of that happens while I'm still there.
Right.
And then I'm gonna leave.
So I would think too that your presence in life, right, is more important than such heirlooms. And then also when you have a house or property, you have insurance as well, right?
That is true. But keep in mind what they were saying was, it's air quality based on how far away you are. So if like currently right now, my house is, I'm 300 and some miles away from there, from where that happened. So, and what I did, I literally had because I have well water, I had my water tested, and it just so happened I was also replacing the filtration system in my house shortly after that happened. Now, if I would have been in that town, everybody would have left.
Right. Right.
And at the same time, my
I
lawyer
understand.
would have been filing a lawsuit.
Yeah, that
Very
part
true.
too. And I want to take this opportunity because the things that we're discussing right now put something in my mind that I want to share with everybody. So unfortunately, I've had the unfortunate privilege of being experiencing a house fire and knowing exactly what it's like to lose literally everything you have and have to start anew. That's why at my old age, my connection to material things is so limited as it is.
Right.
With that being said, I encourage everybody to get in the mindset. I don't get in grown folk business. It's just a suggestion. It's a part of my life, my life and my wife for many years of our adult lives together because of one of April occupations. You know, April always got some kind of crazy job where she doing something outlandish, and we got to have A bags and B bags and
Right.
be ready to move at a
That's
moment's
right.
notice.
That's right.
Look, family, I'm telling y'all, your important documents, heirlooms, okay, fine. They can go or they can stay. But important paperwork that you
Right.
can prove that how about
Yeah.
deeds? I know most of these things
Yeah.
are somewhere stored electronically in a server or on a server, but you know, mysterious things have happened in history where some of the most important documents known to man mysteriously just
Yeah.
went away.
Yes, indeed.
So
And this is something
it's
too
nothing,
that
nothing like
I
having
just
a
wanted to
hard
share.
copy. Go
I
ahead. Go ahead.
keep not only the fireproof safes, but I have fireproof bags, right? That shows all of our
Yeah.
identities and like can really get there if we had to, right? Assuming that we
Mm-hmm.
really had to bug out, we can have copies of these fireproof bags and just take them with us, or we know that they're going to survive up to about 1,000 Fahrenheit or something like that.
Right.
We can go and get those, right?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
something too that you can get this off of Amazon. You don't have to be a prepper. You can be just a citizen like me, right?
Right.
And then you can
Mm-hmm.
have those things, right? You don't have to have a safe. Just get a fireproof bag that's about $25, right, on
Yep.
Amazon, and keep all that important work there, right? Something that you can always
But
move with, right?
Well,
Now,
but
here's another thing you have to include, and I would highly suggest this. Not only the important documents, but you also need and should have photographs of everybody in your family so that you
yes.
can prove these are my children, this is
exactly.
my spouse,
Yes.
and have those photos, either a copy in those fireproof bags or whatever, and on your device,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
so that you
Mm-hmm.
can
And
prove, here's my family, all these people live in this house.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you, similar to what you were saying earlier, Jay, I went from graduating high school and planning a high school graduation party to not having anywhere to live and living with my grandmother because our house completely burned.
Right.
Mm-mm.
So there is a
I'm sorry, bro.
I appreciate
Sorry
it,
to
big
hear
bro.
that.
And likewise, those kind of things define you. So having the preparations in advance, electronic, hard copy, those kind of things really make it easier to deal with the situation because at least you can verify what's what to
That's right.
anybody that has a question. So it takes a little bit of the pressure off of you.
Right.
I agree.
Now,
I agree 100%. And I got to say this to a resilient dad. I put prepping on a spectrum. Now I know there are people out here who feel like if you're not super hardcore, you ain't doing it right. If you ain't doing whatever, you ain't doing it right, bro. I'm gonna tell you this: what you just said alone make me feel like you are to some degree on the spectrum of a
That's right.
prepper, because I've known folk over the course of my life wake up and don't know where they damn toothbrush at in the morning,
Correct.
let alone have important documents or anything of substance set aside in case of an emergency. And I'm not calling them wrong. I'm just saying they
Right.
not as prepared as others. And
Right.
like you said, Joe, we when you lose certain things in this life, other things become more important, and your views change. The way you observe and understand life change.
Yes.
And I want to
Yes.
say, what's up, Zach? Unique Prepping. My man Tay
Zach.
Weezy done slid up in here.
What's good, Zach?
Zach was good.
I want to say hey to everybody, and I got a little something else I want to run y'all as far as this question goes of prepping and being I mean, do you bug in or do you bug out? That is the question. I got something else I'm gonna play real quick. It's not
Okay.
it's fairly short. If anybody got to step down or something, I'll completely understand. I'll drop the link again and get y'all right back up here.
Yeah, no
But in the
worries.
meantime,
It was a blessing being able to share time with you all, as well as salute to the chat. Much respect. I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna get back into those bushes, but I'm gonna keep my eye open. All right. Thank
Much
you.
love, big
all
bro.
right,
All
brother.
right, bruh. Much love. Much love.
No doubt. Thanks for
No,
coming
the
up, and
pleasure
I'll
is
definitely
mine.
be dropping that link.
All righty.
All right,
Have a
my
good one.
brother. Peace. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get this back up here, gentlemen. It should put us off on the side, and here we go. Oh, by the way, they'll say the name of it. This is in
There
Florida.
are injustices in U.S. history never told in history books.
Sometimes the bad actors and their loved ones would rather dismiss it as troubles of the past.
The afflicted and their descendants hold on to the pain in silence.
100 years ago, July Perry, he had the audacity to organize his community to vote in a presidential election.
July Perry and Mr. Norman knows they were going to vote. And they knew that the whites did not want the blacks to vote.
The KKK warned there would be trouble.
An untold number of blacks were killed on November 2nd, 1920, and the days that followed.
Every home was burned, and when the home was set on fire, if people tried to flee.
In the 1850s, you really see the first settlement. One of the first settlers to come is J.D. Stark. He comes from elsewhere and settles here in the 1850s. He does bring with him 23 enslaved individuals, and it's prime agricultural land. People are, looking to sort of make their break. And so he actually comes to this area in the land between Lake Stark and Lake Apopka and begins growing citrus.
Ocoee of the early 1900s was bursting economically because of its fertile ground in and around Lake Apopka, meaning that many people were moving here from the Carolinas, Georgia.
How did blacks start earning a living in an area that was controlled by white families that settled here first?
They were working for white employers when it came to agriculture specifically. They just saved, and when they had the opportunity, they started buying property.
And you're looking at black families who were working in the Carolinas, picking cotton. As I was told once by my grandmother, you can make more money picking citrus than you could picking cotton, wherein with cotton, you would probably make 40 cents on 100 pounds. So that's a lot of cotton for 40 cents, so that you could pick oranges by the box, sometime 75 cents a box, 50 cents a box.
Now, family, this ain't just for my people no more. This is for the collective This is for the collective. By the way, shout out Big Rooster. I see you up in here, fam. Somebody a phone checked and slid up in here. Yo, this is deeper than just us as a people. This is when I say us as a people, I'm talking about these communities that we build. And I gotta say something real important for all my people that's doing it. Shout out Gigi and Eco Neighbor. Shout out Lead Farmer 73 and Lady Lead. Shout out Naked Gardeners Homestead. Shout out Black's Tropical Homestead. All my folks who out there getting that land and doing it on their own. Hell, shout out me in April, even doing it in another country. Whenever you got some damn land, especially some rich, fertile land, don't have some animals on it, baby. Somebody want what you got. Listen to me now, believe me later on. I don't get in grown folk business. I ain't trying to make nobody do nothing. I ain't trying to tell nobody too hard which way to go or what to do or what not to do. But history shows us, without it being limited to a racial dynamic, when you got something that somebody else can benefit from, you might have one of them on your back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say again, listen to me now, believe me
True
later on.
story.
What's up, Fed Up America? What my man Vision out here doing? When times get hard, when things get rough, baby, before I let these two gentlemen say what they gonna say, I'm asking everybody, I'm telling everybody, thank you for being here. Thank y'all for being a part of this conversation. Thank you for your contribution to the conversation. If you want to, if you feel like it, please share this live out. And now I'm gonna hand it over to my brothers. Whichever one of y'all want to go first, please. But share your thoughts.
I'm gonna go, if you don't mind, Big Bro Vision. Can I go first? Because I gotta drop back.
Right ahead. You good? Go ahead, bro.
My carrot about to turn into a pumpkin in about 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
But this whole situation, it's making us think. And in society, we are trained not to think. We're trained to accept what we're given. But even years ago, you had individuals that were enslaved, but smart enough to think ahead for the future. And if that's not an example of why we should be prepping, why we should be growing, why we should be building a community, why we should be helping others, I don't know what is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well said, bro. Well
That's
said.
true. That's very
And I
true.
see in the chat. Yeah, that name, that is Okoye. Okoye. I was looking at it so hard and trying to click buttons. I didn't want to mispronounce it, but yes, Okoye. But well said, bro. I couldn't say it no better myself.
Thank you, Big Bro. I want to say real quick, thank you so much for the privilege of coming up. I want to say thank you to Big Bro Vision for coming up and hanging out. And I'm going to drop in these bushes too, but I appreciate y'all both.
Always,
all right.
brother.
All right. Thank you, man. Much love, fam. We will see you tomorrow night. Hopefully, Vision will be able to slide over there. I will be linking up with my brother, Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek tomorrow on his After Work Live. We're gonna get into some things about our experience with the guest destination, the whole StreamYard features, what we like, what we didn't like, and we just gonna have a conversation about it, man.
Yep.
And hopefully, y'all can learn from our experience. My brother, but thank you, Joe. I appreciate you. I appreciate
problem.
you, fam.
Much love.
Appreciate you, bro.
All
Much
right.
love.
Much
Have a
love.
good day.
You too, bro.
Yep.
All right. Take care. Miss Nancy B. the Scratcher, thank you for being here.
Check the
Anybody
chat,
else?
Jay. You sassy. You got something in the chat, Jay.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
The experience with Sassy. Sassy. Thank you, my sister. Thank you for your contribution to the channel. Let me get my sister right. I got to get her. Come on. Come on, George.
Yes.
Yeah. And one more for good measure. Just thank you, Sassy, putting that money in the chat, baby. Money in the chat. We thank you. We thank you. Much love from myself as well as from April. And shout out my man Big Rooster, fam. Thank you for being in here. If I didn't, I think I said that. And Miss Nancy
Big
be the
Rooster.
scratcher. Vision, help me if I miss anybody else, bro. You know you at home when you over here. But what you think, man? Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead
So
about that.
here's the thing that really got me thinking, because I grew up in the inner city, and in my small mind, when I thought I made it, I moved to the burbs.
Right. Of course.
And here's what I want everybody to do, and see if this changes your opinion, your view, your thought process. Look up your address on Google Maps and zoom out and look at your area. And you're going to see what I saw.
Yeah.
Here's what I saw. I saw all these little boxes smashed together in what they tell us is a neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked absolutely insane. All these houses smashed up together. We spending all this money for these houses. And I was like, no, I want land. And I was fortunate enough to find, 5 acres. And I moved because my grandfather always told me, son, they don't make dirt anymore. Basically, he's telling me, buy some land that you can live on and have that land produce for you. I didn't even understand that. It took me 25 years to figure that out after he told me.
Better late than never, my brother.
Correct.
Better late than never.
Correct. But that video you played, that's absolutely right. And now that I'm out here and I'm getting to the point now where I'm growing my own vegetables, I got my own fruit trees, I need me a broke farmer, a David Corey would crop, a lead farmer, 7-3, an eco neighbor. And that's why I'm reach out to the gardening community, because now everything that's going on in this world and what they putting in the food, I need to grow my own. I no longer trust what the world is telling me about this stuff we buying out of the grocery stores.
We can all learn from each other. We can all learn from each other, man. And I see somebody, my sister Good Easton came through here and decided to bless the chat, bless the channel with the, my goodness. Where is it?
Good Eat. Yeah.
Where is it? Let me get back to it. I'm trying to. Y'all see, I'm getting better now. I'm getting by myself.
There you go.
There it is. I got to get her right. I got to get her right. I got to come over here and I'm on George tonight now. I'm on George tonight. Thank you, Good Eats. Gifted 5 memberships. Who does that?
She did.
Don't nobody. Boy, that ain't nothing but the Lord. My goodness. The kindness and the blessings that we get from the community. I don't know what we can do from over here, but we try to do everything we can, not only for the people here locally, but to help anybody back home that we can. I just want to say y'all are beyond the blessing. Thank you, Good Eats. Shout out Good Eats. I'm gonna put 2 things together. I'm gonna put what Vision just said together with Good Eats Homestead. And boy, these folk got about me where I want to eat so much of my own stuff that I know fresh and I know what it ate. They about to push me off sardine.
So now you can share them, huh?
Man, it's rough, bro. Hey, what's up, Gina versus Gina?
Gina,
how you doing, my sister? Welcome.
How you doing, Gina?
Yeah, man, it's rough out here because you make a really good point, man. Hey, what's up, 10? The Educated Natural. How you doing, my sister?
Educated Natural.
But I and like you said, you heard your daddy tell you things, Vision, and then I listen to my elders, and now I sit and I look at a world where I just don't know no more about what to trust or what not to trust unless you're doing it yourself. But one thing I do know, it's scary when you threaten something just by wanting to do and have your own.
Right.
Now, that's something we all got to sit in and sit with. Why is it that having a handful of chickens makes me a potential threat? Why is it that them tomatoes or them brassicas I'm growing or them couple of goats or that one or two cows that, because I was talking to somebody and I'm telling this show how country folk do it. You get you a half a cow and put in your, I don't know if y'all know how big cows really is. But baby, if you get a half a cow butchered down, you fill up the biggest freezer you can find, and y'all can eat off of that for about a year and a half, depending on
And
how
I'll
big
tell
your
y'all
family.
right now, a half a cow takes up 5 cubic feet in your freezer.
Come on now.
That's
Come on.
that's it. Half a cow, 5 cubic feet.
Come on. And you
How do I
know,
know?
you better tell them, Vision.
I got
Tell
one.
him. Come on.
I went in, I bought a half a cow myself and had him butcher it. And the guy, my butcher, told me 5 cubic feet. So if that's the route you're going to go, you better have a space to do it.
I'm going to put what David caught, because he took the words out of my mouth.
Right.
A lot of meat. That is a lot of meat.
Yes.
Yes. Now, look here now. My goodness. My goodness. Come
Gina.
on, y'all. Come on, Gina. Gina. I see it on the other on the pad thing. I don't even see it up here on the. I don't know why this thing running behind, but my goodness, boy, I sure appreciate y'all. I sure appreciate y'all. I really do. It'll probably come up here in a minute. I don't know. Vision, is it showing on your side? You can see it, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see it yet. I got to get my sister Gina right. Everybody, big sister. When I get to her,
it's there.
I gotta get it.
So I want to share this with y'all. And if
Go
y'all
ahead,
don't believe
brother.
us talking about growing your own food, vegetables, raise chickens, whatever. I was doing a prep run, and I picked up a case of Campbell's Kitchen Classic ham and bean soup. And then I got to looking at the ingredients on it. And under the ingredients, it says this, y'all. It says contains bioengineered food ingredients. The ingredients from corn and sugar in this product come from genetically modified crops.
My God.
I'll be taking 2 cases and dropping them off at the food bank.
Yeah.
Because I am not eating it.
I overstand, bro. I overstand.
I wish somebody would tell me what bioengineered food ingredients are.
Man, I want to say probably whatever. Do we even want to know, bro?
No, exactly. I don't want to know. I know I ain't gonna eat it. But
I know.
Fed Up American, that's one of my guys. He's here in Ohio. He hunts deer on the farm.
Thank you.
They have meat chickens and pork too. We have multiple freezers full of meat. That's absolutely right. Jay, you got more money in the chat, bro.
I see. I got to get Gina right. Then I got to get Fed Up American right. Boy, y'all coming through tonight. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I sure appreciate you. And April appreciate you. And hopefully the chat appreciates you as well. Let me get my sister Gina right. Man, George, them legs gonna get tired tonight. Thank you, Gina. So that's Good Eats Homestead and my sister Gina versus Gina. Them blessed us with, and I got, hold on, let me get this too, and then I got to get the Fed Up American. Them blessed us tonight with doggone with gifted memberships. They done gifted membership, and man, I'm just telling y'all, we appreciate y'all. I'm trying to put Fed Up American back over there.
Gina did it again, bruh. She did too.
My goodness.
2
Girl.
gifted memberships. 2
There it is.
sets.
Okay.
Yeah.
My goodness. Let me get Fed Up American right.
Wow.
Hit this George. Come, Fed Up
Go
American. We
ahead,
go.
George. Get it.
Come on, get it now. George gonna be tired for the night over with because y'all coming
There he
through.
is.
List. My
Yes.
goodness. And now I got to find Gina so I can get her right again. Gina
Yep.
balling out. I don't, man. Girl, you know how many sardines you can get for that much money? I'm talking about the good. I'm talking about
The good
good.
kind in oil.
Yeah. Yeah, and exactly. Speaking of which, hey, what's up, Starduster 2? How you doing, my sister? Welcome in.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Stardust, welcome in.
I
Who else
can't even
is
find it, but I'm
in
gonna go back over here and I'm gonna get Gina right one more again for my
Justin
let me see.
Mello's Music and Vlogs. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Justin Mello. Okay, let me.
Man.
This for Gina.
Now you got Resilient Dad. Boy.
What happened? I don't see.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
You got money from a Resilient Dad.
Oh, damn, there you go. I see. Wow. Good Lord. My
Exactly.
goodness.
Yes.
My goodness. Bruh, I'm telling
The
y'all.
blessings are pouring in today, bruh.
I'm not kidding. Wow. Look here, man. I just
Man.
let me turn my camera on. Cause I'm getting ready to let me get it. I got my everybody out big. There we go. That's more like it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting ready to show y'all the delicacies of some of the things that some of these beautiful people done sent. Speaking of which, y'all think I'm playing. So do y'all know I gotta do this one like this right here? I want to say that was Gina or my Renaissance grandma. I think this was my Renaissance grandma. The reason I keep delaying making this video is because once I eat them, they gone. So I ain't got no more. But look here. Look at here. Man, these is one of my favorite things in the world. And my goodness, y'all, that's very unselfish of y'all, because y'all could have bought a couple. You know how many sardines y'all could have got for y'allself? But no, y'all want to show kindness and love and help our African dream. I'm telling y'all, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go over here and get my brother right, a Resilient Dad. I got
What
to
a
hit him
blessing.
with boy. Wow, man, I'm telling you. Boy, I heard Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner say something. It's a sentiment that I share very strongly. And I thank you, a Resilient Dad. I thank you, Gina versus Gina. Thank you, Goodies Homestead. Thank you, Fed Up American. Thank you, everybody. Not only for what you contribute to the chat, but doggone, thank y'all for y'all conversation, just for being here and participating and being a part of it. And it's so important for us to share thoughts and ideas with one another and try to learn from and make each other better and stronger. Because, baby, everybody ain't on our side. And it ain't always, it's not about color all the time. I'm not ignorant, man.
Dude.
What happened, bro?
Check the chat. Big Rooster just dropped. Man. Boy,
Come
y'all.
on, fam. Come on, fam. Let me get my man right. And thank you for being a mob, my brother. My goodness.
Absolutely, man.
God, now I got to get Big Rooster right, and I ain't complaining.
Thank you, Big Rooster.
I told y'all got George's legs tied tonight, boy.
Yeah, he gonna sleep good tonight.
Yeah. Bro, y'all supporting us, help us not only have more time to do this right here, but we get the help. This when y'all send money, man, it ain't just for me and April, bro. We get to help other people, and we ain't rich folk. We ain't rich. We ain't never lied about it. But doggone, if it's little things over here. Being able to help some of the women with this, some of the men with that, help some of the local schools with stuff that not to our own fault, but that some of us may take for granted because we used to it.
Right.
So I just want y'all to know you're not just helping us. You're not just blessing us. You blessing people you don't even know. So, my God, thank y'all for that. And I was gonna say, Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, said something. She say this a lot. She done said it. She talk about when she went to the Blacks Tropical, to the Saul Family Expo.
Yeah.
She said she covered what she could, and she didn't know how the rest of this was gonna work out and that was gonna work out. But she's a woman of faith, and she said she trusted on God, and everything else when she got there, stuff was taken care of. People helped her in ways she didn't even know or understand or none of that, man. And I'm telling you, it ain't easy to live like that.
That's
But
right.
when you wake up every day and you give thanks and you live in gratitude, I can only speak for myself. I don't get in grown folk business, but it's been too many times in my life that the Most High has made a way.
Amen.
When it wasn't no way. It didn't look
Always
like it was
will.
gonna work out, man. It's something about faith, y'all. It's something about
Always
faith.
will.
That's just me. That's just me.
I'm with you.
Bro, you gotta help me with this chat. I'm so doggone behind.
I'm watching it. You good. You good.
Okay. I hope I ain't missed nobody who done came in here. I seen my
Nope.
sister Starduster up
Starduster
in
2.
here.
You good.
Yeah. We need recipes on how to
We
make them.
caught up on the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. We got something up
Sister
here.
Marie's Kitchen. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Said we need recipes on how to make them. First, I'm an out of the can kind of guy in most cases, but now if y'all want a recipe, so olive oil, um first off, I like smoked sardines, so the app is absolutely insane. Speaking of Goodies Homestead, I ain't trying to put all her business out there, but pecans over here high as hell if you can even find them. So you get a little bit of olive. First, you smoke your sardines, right? Open fire. If you got a pit, just like you would be throwing some ribs or something, throw you some apple or some mesquite or something off in there and smoke them suckers for about 20 minutes. Man, flip them over, get you some olive oil, get you a little bit of parsley, chop up some pecans. Try before you knock it, try it. Chop up you some pecans, sprinkle some pecans over there. Ooh, a little pinch of sea salt on them sardines, son. What? What?
Right.
Yeah.
Blue
Yeah,
Lotus
man, that's
Vibes with Jeanette McLean. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Mama Nita. Hey, Mama Nita. What Gina versus Gina say? She say, we see that y'all do what y'all do, fam. April, stay in blessed business. So you're thank you, Gina versus Gina. Thank you,
Much
everybody. Boy,
love.
y'all trying to doggone overwhelm your boy today. Stardust 2. Oh, she's speaking of motivation.
Who's that? Somebody check the bottom of the chat. S. Siegler, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today.
You. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Resilient Dad said, keep doing what you're doing, improve the quality of life wherever you are, and land is true resilience. Yes.
Amen.
Vision,
that's right.
Vision, a living testimony. We a living testimony.
Yeah.
But Vision out there doing big things, boy.
I'm trying, bruh. If like I've always said, if I can help one person, I have succeeded.
Absolutely. If you each one teach one, and if you can help just one, that's a blessing.
Yes. What's going on, Ghetto? Good to see you, my brother.
What's up, Ghetto? Yeah, man, I can't help it, boy. Them sardines, it's just something about them, boy. Man, something.
And he won't share them.
Man, desperate time. If it get real enough, I ain't gonna leave you out, my brother. But that'll be the last thing I share. I share my water, my food, crackers, all of that. But them sardines, boy,
Right. I ain't mad at you.
Tay Weezer said he needed. I ain't never had none fried. I ain't never wanted to, but I don't know. I might try.
Mid GA preparedness. What's going on? How you doing, my brother?
Welcome in, Mid GA preparedness. Welcome in. and Ghetto up in here. My sister 10, the Educated Natural, been in here. So tonight, for all the new people coming in, we've been having a conversation about to bug out or to bug in. Like, what's your best option? I don't think any of us actually know what we would do until we place in that situation, but it's real good to have a plan. It's
right.
real good to have an idea, to have a thought about what you may want to do, because that allows you to already have readily mobile stuff in place versus
Yes.
everything everywhere, and you never even consider to contemplate having to wake up and move over in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So, like that saying go, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Got that
And
right.
oh, and also my sister Sassy. Thank you, Sassy, for your contribution as well, sister. I hope I ain't
Yes.
leaving nobody out. It's been y'all been doing too much today.
Yeah. But you know,
Let's see what. Go
as
ahead, brother.
as far as bugging in and bugging out, you know, I here at my establishment here at Zion, I'm bugging in. I'm bugging
I
in
understand. Yeah.
because I can defend it. I got people I can rely on that are not too far away. The only way I'm leaving my house if it's on fire, and I'm gonna try to put the fire out so I don't have to leave. You know, because we've got both bug in and bug out plans. Bug out plan is like last resort, and there is an evac plan, and I'm staying behind, but I'm getting the family out first.
Right, right. And I
But
really no, I appreciate you saying that, bro. And I want you to finish your thought vision, but I have to say
yeah,
this.
yeah,
This is not a question of one being right versus, and this ain't for you, because I know you know this is for the audience, and this is
right,
for the chat and everybody listening. It's not about one being right or wrong, or one being wrong and the other one being right. It's really a matter of being prepared for both, but making solidifying yourself upon one or the other, because that's the
yes,
one you go see. This is a man who know his land, he know his house, he know that his odds and chances are probably better off standing fast right where he is. Everybody
right,
ain't like that. Somebody might be in an apartment, somebody might be in a
correct.
condo, they might be in the heart of the city, and the best thing they can do is bug out.
Is
This
leave.
whole
That's right.
conversation is to make you think, but I just had to say that. But please go ahead and
And
finish your
and and
thought, brother.
here's the thing, folks. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jay. Everything you said is absolutely right. But I will say this: if you have a bug out plan, if you just think you're gonna leave your house and make it whatever,
Ooh, come on, bro.
that is wrong, folks. You have now
Come
just
on.
become a refugee.
Yes.
And and
Yes.
and if you're bugging out, you better have some place where you can go to, and those people know your plan
Mm-hmm.
and that you are coming there if necessary.
Yep.
Because you don't want to just go out and become a refugee, because now you have put yourself and your family in more harm's way
Yes.
with nowhere to go.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
and if I have to bug out, I've got technically I've got 4 places I can go. I got an A, B, C, and D choice.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm staying put because there is nothing like home field advantage. I got home field advantage and will
Man, like Joe
always
said
have.
earlier,
Yeah.
if you don't get out my mind, if you don't get out my head, I was waiting for you to finish so I could say the same thing. It's a reason why Cowboy Stadium is crunk. Why people, whenever the home team play at home, they have home field advantage, because they know they doggone team. They know the area,
Mm-hmm.
they know the field, they know the surroundings, they know all this stuff. You surrender an advantage when you give up that advantage. And baby,
Right.
I'm gonna give Vision. You so right in what you saying. I'm gonna say this, man. Let's say you take Tyler, Texas, right?
Yeah.
Tyler, Texas, probably maybe an hour an hour outside of Dallas, depending on what part of Dallas you're trying to get to, because you could drive around in Dallas for 3 hours and still be trying to get to where you're going. It's that big.
Right.
But let's just say it's an hour, hour and a half outside of Dallas, right?
Yeah.
If that's your plan to go from Tyler, Texas to Dallas, Texas, and you ain't never once in your life drove, if you got what this man just said is 100% true. If you got an idea about what you gonna do in a it hit the fan situation, and you ain't never took your behind over there, you don't know the road, you don't know the landscape, you don't know the environment, you just got a plan to take your
Right.
behind over there, you wrong.
Right.
You 100% wrong. One of these pretty Saturdays or pretty Sundays, fill your car up and take you a drive and see what it looked like on the way there during the day. See what it looked like on the way there at night. And the last thing I'm gonna say, the absolute worst thing anybody can find themselves in, because it might happen to somebody. But if you find yourself stuck on I-20 in 100 miles worth of traffic, just start praying. Just
That's
start
all
praying.
you can do. That's it. And I'm gonna add to that. You absolutely right, Jay. You better have an alternate route. You need to have 2 or 3, preferably 3 different routes to get to the same location. Because like you just said, if you're stuck on I-95 and 100 miles of traffic, you better know an alternate route and how to get there.
Yeah, that's real. That's
Yeah,
real,
it
bro.
is. It is.
Keep going. You ain't done.
And that's the one reason I know where I need to get to, and I know 3 different ways to get there. But I have a plan, and my bug in plan. I'm digging in, I'm hunkering down and executing the plan. And everybody knows that. And I know everybody that is coming here. And if I don't know you and you come here, you will be questioned.
Questioned and maybe roughed up a little bit. And that goes into what Stardust 2 just said.
That's true.
For those who can't, everybody who can't see, my sister Stardust 2 said all involved need to know where meet up spots are if we are ever separated. Baby, I'm gonna tell you something. Just me and my wife, them being back at the house and in another country. I done said, baby, if I was finna say comms, if communicate phones go down, whatever go down, and you can't get me, we got this one spot that don't nobody but me and her know what it is. We don't text about it. We don't talk about it on the phone. We just say that to the spot, and she know what I'm talking about. I know what she talking about. We meet up. We get the hell out of Dodge with whatever we got at the moment, and we'll work the rest out from there. But
exactly.
Yeah, you need to know who you gonna be with, who your team is, what y'all gonna do when y'all do get together. Tamika, well, what you know about Tyler? You don't know nothing about Tyler. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say, and at each of my locations, there is a locked Foot Locker at that location that has stuff in it that I will need to get to wherever we going.
That's it. And if this ain't a luxury that everybody have, but if at all possible, it's just my opinion. You know, we often say don't throw all your eggs in one basket for different parts of life. Same thing with your prep. Same thing with your supplies. If you have the luxury of spreading a little, it's just think about your portfolio for my people out here who like to diversify their portfolio. You don't want to put everything in one stock, do you? You want to spread it around a little bit. You might want to have some 22 LR over here. You might want to have some 9mm over there. You might want to have a couple cans of sardine well over yonder. You know, think about it. Think about it. Vision, you want to answer this? What Ghetto got up on the screen?
Yeah, J and VP, what would make you bug out? Only thing I can think of would be weather related. Only thing that's going to make me bug out is fire, and I can't put it out. If the house get hit by a tornado, you know, we down in the safe room, and we just dig our way out and go from there. I'm not bugging out unless my house is on fire or I see 2 battalions of whoever coming down the road.
Right. Understood.
Yeah.
And as for me, I'm pretty much along the same lines. It would have to be extreme measures. That's my absolute last resort, because you don't build a fort for nothing. It in the name itself, it's fortified. That's why it's a fort. You build the infrastructure and rely on the integrity of everything you build around it to sustain you in the event of just such matters. So I definitely see it as an absolute last resort. And
that's right.
It would have to be something very real. It would have to be something very real and something very extreme for me to surrender everything that I've built, like you said, weather and everything else. With that being said, I'm gonna go to this last one, Vision. If you got a few minutes to hang around with me,
I'm good, bro. You got me as long as you need me.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. Let's see. And again, y'all, this is not so. If you some people came in later, you might have to go back and kind of recap to the first video, the second video, and now this is the last video. I asked and posed these questions because, for one, some people might learn a little bit of history that they may not have been privy to previously, and secondly, it begs the question. Now, most of these were at the turn of the last century, in the early 1900s. A lot of my people, a lot of ancestors who look like me, had to bug in or bug out. This is a history lesson, but it's not limited to race. It's way deeper than race, because this is 2023. Communities look different. Families look different. The decisions that we'll have to make potentially moving forward will be different. So with that being said, I'm going to play this next video, but I want everybody to keep in mind, this is so much deeper than race. It's about what would you do if you find yourself in a similar situation. Do I bug in or do I bug out? But I'm going to go ahead and run this last one. I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about it on the other side.
They came on the first day of January, and they did not stop burning and shooting and hanging and lynching until January the 7th.
It's a story that's rarely talked about, but it needs to be told. A dark moment in our state's history. The town of Rosewood was a small, predominantly black community not too far from Gainesville. It was destroyed at the hands of an angry, racist mob. All that's left, their descendants who continue to tell their stories.
We were entrepreneurs. We had businesses. We had 3 churches in Rosewood. I mean, and this is in the early 1900s.
Rosewood is a part of Ebony Pickett's family history. She never lived there, but she can tell you all about it through stories handed down through 5 generations.
Everybody's lawns was manicured, and there was roses all around, and it was almost like this picture perfect place.
That picture shattered on New Year's Day 1923 when a mob of white men invaded Rosewood, burning homes and churches and shooting people as they fled.
They came on the first day of January, and they did not stop burning and shooting and hanging and lynching until January the 7th.
Pickett remembers being a young girl at family reunions and listening to the stories from the mouths of survivors.
When I would see the horror on their face, and then they would begin to wail and cry and, console each other. And it was like so emotional, and it was such a vivid picture, because this wasn't just something I was reading in a book.
1923. The black town of Rosewood was a land of opportunity.
In 1997, Warner Brothers produced a movie about the town's history, bringing what happened on that tragic day to the big screen. The film, based on accounts at the time of what started the attack. Allegations from a white woman in the neighboring community of Sumner that a black man had assaulted her. Pickett disputes that narrative. She says family members told her it was actually a white man who assaulted the white woman. Pickett's relative, Sarah Carrier, known as Aunt Sarah, was there.
And Aunt Sarah had been at her home that day, as well as with her granddaughter, Philomena. So both of them witnessed the white man that actually came into their home that she was with.
Aunt Sarah told the mob it was not true, but they didn't take her word. She would eventually be killed in the massacre.
These were my actual family members that was there and had remembered everything they had gone through. And they shared it with us. But they told us we could not tell anyone for fear that, the white mob would come back and kill them.
98 years later, their stories are still being told so that we may remember and never forget.
And I'm going to stop that right there. And I see a great question in the chat. Vision, you still with me?
I'm with you. And I think I see the exact same question. And I was just getting ready to respond to her.
Yeah. And I want to say this again, minus if we could all be without excluding actual factual history, without excluding the tragedies that my people endured, I want to be one of the vessels to not say it's over or I forgot it and I ain't like it didn't happen. And I ain't saying just move forward like it didn't happen. But what I am saying, in order for progress to truly take place, maybe you don't want to trust all white people collectively or anybody collectively, and that's fine. But you damn sure better start judging people on an individual basis on how they treat you.
Yes.
You might mess around and miss out on some blessings. You might mess around and miss out on somebody who could be a real significant part of your life. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just telling you how I choose to live. Right. Everybody is a one-on-one circumstance. It's a one-on-one situation. And to answer Ask the Teen 85 question for those who can't see it in the chat or who can't watch and you're just listening, it's a great question. They pose the question, those of us bugging in and coming with virtual strangers, how do you know you're not being recognized online and followed for a future marauder? YouTube, if I say what my heart really want to say, they'll probably take my channel or something, but I'll say that won't be a good idea.
Exactly.
That wouldn't be a good idea. For maybe some of the gardeners, some of the elder gardeners, or some of this or that, or whomever, you might be able to get away with it. But for the people that I know in the prepping community, when I meet them face to face, I'm watching your ass too. Because I don't know you like that. I know you online, but that's what makes stuff like Bug Out Weekend so important, because it gives you the opportunity to assess, to see who real and who ain't. The people who got what I got or similar to what I got, they don't need what I got because they got their own.
Yeah.
It's the people who ain't got nothing that's finna try to come take what you got. And yes, They could be watching you online. They could be a wolf in sheep's clothing. But damn it, that's a chance we all take. Baby, it's 2023. Going to the grocery store, you taking a chance. Going to church, you taking a chance. Sending your babies to school, you taking a chance. So if I got to go 50-50 and do a toss-up, I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to trust in my discernment. I'm going to hope that the Most High is not only guiding me, but guiding my decisions.
Yes.
And helping me make the best of what I see in front of me. Hey, Jones Truth, how you doing? But yeah, my brother, please, your response to that question.
You said it all right there. I really don't have much more to say because I agree with you 100%. But I will say this. Force, for me, force will always be met with a greater force. And I understand the question. And if people that would be potential marauders are trying to make a decision based on what they see from me on YouTube, I'll say this, baby, that ain't in a drop in a bucket that you will encounter if you come here to do harm. That's all I'm gonna say.
There you go, bro. There you go. There you go.
But
That's
that was
all
a
I can.
great question. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I would
Wellness
drop
with
this
Frugal
link.
Mama. I see you. Welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah, and somebody else in here, Liz B. Journey. I thought she was in here earlier,
Yes.
but Liz B. Welcome in, welcome in.
Jones
Let me get
Truth
this right here.
67. Good to see you.
I'm gonna put this in here one more time. If anybody want to come up before we wind things down, I just really want to say, man, I'm really grateful for everybody who. Oh yeah, let me put this up here as we wait for others. Mid GA preparedness.
That's
Remember, there
true.
are white people who will stand by you no matter race, gender, because that's what Jesus would do.
Amen. That's right.
That is absolutely 100% true.
That's
And I'm gonna
fact.
say this not only to mid GA preparedness, but to everybody in this chat, to Vision, and everybody who come back and watch this later. That's what makes right now so real for me personally.
Yes.
Because moving forward, I don't think a whole lot of us completely comprehend what new communities look like going forward. The ones that survive.
Yes.
Everybody don't completely understand that it may be some Pacific Islanders, it may be some white folks, some black folks, some Mexicans, some Filipino, whoever. Baby, build your family based upon who you can trust and find cohesion with.
That's right.
This is not 1910 no more. This ain't
No.
1905 and it ain't 1895. It's a whole different world, a whole new existence, a whole new set of circumstances.
That's right.
Build your family. Build your community. Build your village. Please, please, I beg of you while you still can. So when I said why you still can, let me clarify that. The crazier things get, the more folk you got to watch out for, in my
That's right.
estimation.
Exactly.
While things still somewhat somehow calm, as crazy as they are, I'm not just talking about in the United States, I'm talking about in the whole world. Build your village, have history, know how people move, act, think, and feel. Because when everybody's stressed out and everybody desperate and everybody crazy, baby,
it's game on.
It's game on. It is game on. But let me see. Jay want me to make a good lamb. Tay Weezy, what you know about lamb chop sandwich, boy? Ghetto said mankind made the color barriers as God's eyes. We're all his children. We should all be getting along like we're siblings. Bro, I wish in a perfect world.
Yes.
In a perfect world. It's a goal to strive for. It's a goal to strive for.
It is.
But and everything that I can do to help make that become more of a reality, I will. And I always have. But I have some things in this world that I just have to acknowledge for what they are so I can stay alive long enough to keep trying to make what I can make better. But
Yes.
I understand your sentiment.
Yep. And I'm gonna throw this. Let me throw this out here.
Go
Jay,
ahead. Go ahead and throw it in, bro.
It is really on my heart. So for those of you that are coming to the Bug Out weekend, and I was talking with Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. If you don't know who he is, go find his channel.
Yes.
Late Saturday night, we're gonna have a fireside chat. And that's all I'm gonna say. So if you're coming to the Bug Out weekend, you may want to sit in on the fireside chat Saturday night. It will not be recorded. It is not allowed to be recorded. That's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And thank you for that, Miss Janita. Thank you for that. Vision, I want you to get into that a little bit more too as we wind down. Yes, Miss Jones, truth again. It's
Yeah,
about your character, not your color.
that's right.
We've lived in a society 60 plus years outside of desegregation. Everything is so meshed and intertwined and integrated. I'm not saying racism don't still exist, but what I am saying is people have built families and friendships and communities and a whole lot
That's
of
right.
other things that, baby, you can't just get over that overnight. That's like, hell, people who get divorced, people who separate, people who fall out of love. Even in that, you can't just get over it overnight. How the hell is a whole society gonna get over working with each other and having friendships and having all of
Right.
this stuff? Just get over that just because the world go down. That's why you need to decide, in my estimation. I don't get in grown folk business, but in my estimation, find them, build with them, grow with them, and love on them now, so you don't have to try to figure out who's who when the world is in complete and utter chaos.
It's truth.
But,
True story.
but what I know, I'm just old country boy. Vision, I'm gonna get you to, if you don't mind, sir, please
Uh-huh.
tell everybody, because you alluded to the fireside chat, and we coming up on it, y'all. It's gonna be June 2nd through the 4th before y'all know it. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be upon us. Um, I'll say it's an opportunity to practice your preps. It's an opportunity to learn
Yes.
life-saving skills, maybe even get a little training on this, a little training on that. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna allow my brother to go ahead and go in depth and do a deep dive on all the aspects of Bug Out Weekend and what it is, because tonight's chat is a big question. Do I bug in? Do I bug out? Everything that he is offering is a benefit to you with either one of those choices. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn it on over to my brother Vision, preparedness. Tell everybody about what's going on, my brother.
Yeah, folks. So basically, first thing that is going to happen, you come in Friday, whatever time you get there, you check in, make sure you're you, and you'll get an agenda of what's going down. First thing that's going to happen Saturday morning, I think around 8 o'clock, we're doing a bug out bag hike. It's about a 1 mile hike around one of the lakes, one of the lakes near us, which is literally 2 minutes away. And you're going to be able to walk with your bug out bag and see how heavy it is. If you can walk, at least it's a mile, I think, total around. We're going to walk that. We ain't going to run. If you want to run, that's fine. But it's going to show you some endurance and the ability. If you bug out, can you carry this pack if you have to walk or abandon your vehicle? That's the premise behind that. Then so we come back. Once everybody's back, you get to hang out the rest of the morning, do whatever it is, eat breakfast, chit chat, talk, whatever. Then around 1 o'clock, we're going to start teaching mini courses. And I'm not going to talk about all the mini courses that we're going to offer, but we're going to have about 6 or 7 of them that I've had some amazing people from the prepping community volunteer to teach these classes. I'm going to teach a couple as well. And you're going to learn some skills. You're going to be able to ask questions. You're going to be able to see how it's done. I mean, we got everything from putting together a medical kit to how to build a shelter out of a tarp, different things like that. And those courses, you're going to be able to ask questions and figure it out. And get help. And with the gear you have that you're going to be testing out for whenever throughout the weekend, if you need help with it, all you have to do is ask somebody. And more than likely, you're going to get 2, 3, 4, 5 people that are going to help you. And then after all the courses are done, we're going to have a giveaway. And that is my appreciation to everybody that came. We're giving away a ton of stuff. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I guarantee you it'll be some stuff that you will definitely use in an event of any type of emergency you may come across. Then after that, we're going to eat. We're going to have food for everybody. We're going to feed everybody. And then around 8:30 or so, we're going to do a live stream. And just to, share with those that couldn't make it, just give them a glimpse of what happened and what took place. And then after that, after the live stream, whenever we let everybody do what they want for a couple hours. And then we're going to have a fireside chat later that night and talk about some real stuff and what we can do as a community, or what you can take back and start doing in your community. And this is all, I didn't come up with this idea. I literally stole the idea from Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival because I saw him doing it, and I couldn't attend any of his at the time because of family stuff going on. So I reached out to him, and we're good friends. And he told me, I asked him tons of questions about how to do this. He said, just do it. He said, if you build it, they'll show up. So, and boy, did they show up. We've got almost 60 people registered for the Bug Out Weekend. And all of this came out of my pocket, donations from people on the channel, donations from my subscribers, which I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. And it's going to be an amazing time, folks. And if you can make it, you can still go to our website. That's visionpreparedness.org. Go to the About page and register to come. The event is free. Even if you can only come for a day, show up. So do it. If you can just come for Saturday, that's fine. If you can just come Friday evening, that's fine. But just show up so you can meet like-minded people and ask questions. But that's pretty much all I got, Jay. I can't emphasize how important this is for us as people to come together and talk about and figure out and put plans in place of how to be more secure and more safe in chaos. That's the only way I can say it, in chaos. And right. By the way, I got a live I'm doing tonight at 6:30. Not even going to tell you what's about. Go over to my channel, Vision Preparedness. Check out the thumbnail. That'll tell you what it needs to be, what it's going to be about. But that's all I got. Jay, as always, bruh, family, you and April are doing amazing stuff. And thank you for just allowing me to be a part of not only your channel, but your life, because y'all are family as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you, bro. I feel the same way about you. And thank Fed Up American. We just dropped it. Tech Department just dropped the you can actually register. It's a direct link to the registration for Bug Out Weekend. Everybody in the chat, I say again, everybody in the chat, go check it out. Go check it out. Hit that link. Go see, even if it's somebody who, if you physically yourself can't be there, you may know somebody in Ohio, in the Dayton area, in the what's another one? Start with a T. I like the name of it. What is Toledo?
Toledo, yeah. Columbus.
Anywhere, Columbus,
yes.
Ohio.
Anywhere in Ohio, period. You need to be
anywhere. Yeah, send this link to somebody else. It's pinned. Right. You can grab it. Y'all check it out. Y'all support my brother. As you can see, it's going to be outside of Vision Preparedness. It's allegedly going to be a couple of celebrities. Everybody, everybody, big sister Gina versus Gina going to be up in that joint.
Yes,
look
indeed.
here, man. This is an event not only to fellowship and make the acquaintance of one another, it's also an opportunity to learn.
Yes.
To learn.
You got a
valuable.
comment, and if you don't mind me jumping
No,
in,
go
Jay, you
ahead.
got a
Go
comment
ahead, bro.
from a stained 85. Put that up there
What
if you
about?
can.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead and read it out,
it
bro.
says, "No way. We need your content preppers to do this around the country. If everyone can make it to a Lead Farmer 73 or Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival." That's absolutely right. And that's our goal. That's what Hudson Valley and I talked about. If we could get 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 of these across the country, we all would be in a better place. That's why I did mine, because I saw what he was doing up in New York State. And I said, I need to do that here in Ohio. And if anybody wants to do this in your state, I am more than willing to tell you everything that I did, how I did it. And depending on where it is, more than likely, I will show up if you do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna say this: everything I learned from Vision is helping me with thoughts and ideas of how not only across the country, this can be something that's across the world, because there are Americans
Exactly.
all across the world who may find themselves in need of a place of refuge aside from the embassy, because it may be too far away or what have
Exactly.
you. So this is a togetherness thing. This is a family thing. This is a collective thing. This is an effort. This is his name, Vision Preparedness. And when you envision anything, anything is possible.
See,
This
you
brother,
don't make me
this
go into
brother,
detail.
I'm just saying, this brother using his own resources to share his information to help people, because once you reach certain phases and places in life, we begin to understand that when I help you, I'm not just helping you. In turn, I'm helping myself, because when you're not in lack, when you're not in need, you don't need me. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to
Right.
worry about somebody coming trying to get your stuff when you done taught a man how to fish.
That's right. I ain't trying to feed you. I'm going to teach you how to fish.
Exactly. Exactly. So with that being said, family, I want to say thank you to each and every person who supported the channel tonight in whatever capacity, in whatever way, shape, or form. Of course, I especially acknowledge and thank those who made be it financial contributions or gifted memberships and all of those phenomenal things, man. I appreciate it. April appreciate it. But I also appreciate everybody for just being here, for your thoughts, your points of views, your perspectives, your opinions. All of it is welcome, because y'all did the only requirement that I demand over here: to be respectful. We ain't got to agree. We ain't got to hold hands. We ain't got to all be kumbaya and drum circle. But respect for others is an absolute must.
That's right.
With that being said, I'm going to wind this thing down. I want to say I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you for being here. And until the next time that I see y'all and y'all see us, y'all already know what we're going to be doing, baby. We're going to be over here. I got to say it because of, the content tonight. From East Texas to East Africa, we're going to be
Yes.
over here being country in another country. We're holla, family.